So in today's time, children have started using the internet from a very young age. Teenagers and pre-teenagers have been actively using social media. They have been spending hours daily either surfing through the internet or connecting with people on social media. Therefore, it has become really important to educate them and their parents about the reality of digital world, its negatives and positives, its do's and don'ts, and its rules and regulations. And being said that, I mean that we need to raise good cyber citizens. So I have listed down a few traits, the few major traits of a good cyber citizen. So let's begin with the first one, which says maintaining a positive digital footprint. Now, what is a digital footprint? Well, a digital footprint is the mark you leave behind while using the internet. And it plays a vital role in shaping a person's digital reputation. So I was talking about the first trait, which says maintaining a positive digital footprint. So digital footprint is the mark you leave behind while using the internet. And it plays a vital role in shaping a person's digital reputation. Chris Becher, a worldwide known educational technologist, once said, "I can see a day in the not too distant future where your digital footprint will carry far more weight than anything you might include in your CV or resume." So being said that, I believe that by now most of you know and can evaluate the importance of maintaining a positive digital footprint. So moving on to the next trait, which says, treat others as you wish to be treated. Very well heard phrase, isn't it? But what does it mean in the digital world? Digital world revolves around the same universal law. It expects us to use kind and respectful language and to forbid the use of bullying or hurtful words while we communicate over the internet. So moving on to the next trait, which says no stealing and always giving credits. So this is my favorite one. But what does it talk about? It talks solely against the practice of plagiarism. Now, what is plagiarism? Well, plagiarism is the practice of taking someone else's work and passing it off as one's own. And, but let's be practical. I am a student, and copy-pasting from the internet is just a cakewalk for everyone. And I am a student, and we, students, plagiarize the most. But don't you think we are doing injustice by plagiarizing someone else's unique thoughts and claiming it as our own and gaining all the appreciation for the thoughts that aren't even ours? So, moving on to the next trait, which says no cyberbullying. So, I believe most of you are aware of the term cyberbullying. But to those who don't know what does cyberbullying mean, cyberbullying is the use of electronic communication to bully a person, typically by sending messages of intimidating or threatening nature. So I have been cyberbullied, and I have heard a lot of stories from my friends about their cyberbullying too. So there's a friend of mine who used to receive these Instagram text messages from an anonymous person saying that because of you, I am dead. And if you don't do this blah, blah, blah for me, my soul will never leave you. And imagine a 13-year-old girl receiving these text messages, these scary text messages every hour. What was she facing? She was into a depression. She couldn't sleep for a week. And then I told her that you need to block that person. You need to block his ID. And if he continues to approach you, we'll report to police. So this was just my little story of how I proved myself as a good cyber citizen by raising my voice against cyberbullying. So moving on to the next trait, which is a lot like the previous one, and that says, no cybercrime or report cybercrime. Now, what is cybercrime? Cybercrime is a criminal activity that is carried out by the means of computers or internet. And cybercrime is increasing as much as the usage of internet. And we all can shut cybercrime down by staying aware of the steps we need to take once we feel that we are being a victim of cybercrime. So moving on, cyber criminals are smart, by the way. Cyber criminals are very smart. But we can beat their smartness by becoming smarter. So moving on to the next trait, which says, protect yourself and those around you. So all you need to do for this one is to stay up to date with all the privacy settings, keep strong passwords, and use antivirus and anti-spyware softwares. And do not ever share your personal information to the websites that are not relevant, but you can share your personal information to the websites that are certified by Internet Trust Organizations. So these were the few major traits of a good cyber citizen, but this is not the end of my talk. We are yet to discuss something of the utmost importance, and that is how and why did the concept of cyber citizenship came into existence. To me, the answer to that question is it is because of us, humans, the active users of the internet, who took the blessing, the internet, for granted. We overexploited it, and then what did we do? Claim it as a curse rather than a blessing. It's been said that humans are allowed to make mistakes, but it is the time now for us to rectify our mistakes. I rectify my mistake, you rectify yours, and the rest of the world just watches us do that. In this way, we won't be able to make a change. We won't be able to make a difference, which is much needed in the hour. So, therefore, it is not you, it is not me, but it is us who can together make a difference and make the world a better place to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Meghal.